Laurel, I'll ask
Yeah.
you a final question and I'll
Okay.
kind of like have us go around the table here. Um, as an investor, as an equity crowdfunding investor, what are some of the things that you look for? Not necessarily industry or anything like that, but if you were to educate people on um, things that they should listen out for during the Bet on Black pitches or when they're looking at campaign links or things like that, what are a couple of the little tidbits of information that you suggest people know?
For me, team is the big thing for me, right? Like, what does the team make up? Like, what kind of people are on the team, and what is their background, right? And it could be anyone, right? But how does your team line up, and how does it line up with, again, the mission and vision that you guys are after? I also look for the traction, right? And the traction may not be in dollars and cents. Traction may be how far you've come, right? Because just give you the idea, and what Kevin brought up about no code movement is real. If you have not done something, or you're not utilizing no code to help build your company, to save money with building your company, especially for Black businesses that aren't able to have that $50,000 to $100,000 to start and pay for engineer to build this, no code is the way to go, right? Huge part of the movement. But going back into that as well, when we look at the traction of a team, your traction can be the product, right? You could have gotten far with the product and now you're ready to go to market, right? You may not be making money. And I think that's where a lot of investors go wrong, is like, yeah, I might not be coming to you and saying, hey, this is my idea. I have nothing going for myself. I don't even have a deck on my company. I can understand sometimes that an investor may not want to invest in that. It's not your friend who you're telling a story to that has money and they invest, right? And say, hey, here's the money, go get it started. But you're in a place now where you can actually tell your story, and you're able to tell it well. And in doing so, that traction will be in that story, right? Where did you start? Where are you now? Where are you going? How are you getting to the money? Right, should also be where we're able to like have investment, because when you're getting these investors, you also want to be strategic about who's in your investor. Don't jump at the first money, right? We always say that, all good money.
Right. All money ain't good money. Yeah.
That saying right there, right? All money is not good money, right? And we have to be very strategic of who's investing in our company. But what's really cool about equity crowdfunding is that now you get the people who are investing in your company are your users. They're your feedback. They're your team, right? You're hearing what they like, what they don't like. Hey, here, you can change this. Here's an idea, right? And as we all, as a Black community, get to know the more of the resources and the tools and the no code products and all these different places that you can go, we start sharing that with each other more. I think that it's going to just help us grow. I hope I answered your question. Sure.
Yeah, you did. Tawana, Miss Bet on Black Pitch herself. Tell the family a little bit about some of the things, again, that they want to think about as they're looking at Bet on Black pitches or just campaigns in general.
From an investor standpoint, I never want you to be distracted by, the gold and the glitter, right? Right. We need to take deep dives into financials. We need to ask difficult questions. And we do that at the Bet on Black Pitches. This community is awesome about really getting to kind of the meat and potatoes and kind of, passing by the shiny object, right? We get to the core. And so I love that we have a community of sophisticated investors. So you want to definitely do that. And I also think, I'd be remiss if I didn't say, never invest more than you can lose, right? Because all of these projects can fail. And that's no fault of anyone sometimes. You think about all the businesses that didn't make it through COVID. Who would have been able to plan for that, right? So we also can't, when a business fails, that doesn't mean we can't continue to support that entrepreneur on their next venture, right? Cherie said, she's had several businesses that's failed, but here we are still supporting Cherie, and I can attest to the fact that she's an amazing founder, right? And so her character was only built stronger by those businesses that failed, and she's able to bring all of that knowledge to now this business and her business plan writing business. And so I think we have to remember that failure is an option for the businesses that we invest in. So we never want to invest more than we can afford to lose. And we also want to make sure that we're not chasing fast money, because that's not all, that's not a real thing for real. Sometimes maybe, but it's not the norm, right? So when you're talking about what we're doing, we're investing in startups, right? And so think about it. A startup is going to take years before it, even once they get the money, right, to start building and growing and doing all the things, it's going to take them years to solidify that, right? And so this is the long game we're playing here with equity crowdfunding. So, you can't expect in a year or two there's going to be a turnover. It happens, right? Sometimes businesses, by the time they come on an equity crowdfunding campaign, they've already been in business for a lot of years. And so, it may seem like it was a quick turnaround, but just know that most of the time we're looking at 7 to 10 years here. And so this needs to be the long game. And so you need to research the industry, do your due diligence, obviously, on the company, but the industry that they're in, right? The problem that they're trying to solve, or that they say they're trying to solve. Is it really a problem, right? Are they the only ones solving it? Like, we need to really, due diligence is huge when you think about investing. It's not just about, I want to invest in someone because they're Black or because they're cute or because they're pretty, whatever the case is, it is the substance we're looking for. How is that project going to fit in my portfolio, right? And how does it solve the problem? Does it solve the problem better than companies before it? Or that, how much are they looking in the future also, right? We ask a lot of questions about exit strategies. We ask a lot of questions about future growth plans. Those are the kind of questions you want to consider when you are building your portfolio. And essentially, that's what this is. Investing is building a portfolio that hopefully in the future will gain you positive rewards, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, for me, I go back to the basic, really 4 things for me. Number 1 is, do I believe in the product or service that you are offering? Number 2 is, do I believe in you and your team can do it? Number 3, do I believe in the growth strategy that you're telling me? Does it make sense? I'm going to add a 5th one here. Number 4 is, do I believe in your stick-to-itiveness as an entrepreneur? It's not so much the growth strategy, just overall. It's like Tawana was saying, nobody, predicted COVID, right? But can you zig and zag, appropriately? Are you going to be just that stick to it person that's going to need to endure whatever is forthcoming? And then number 5 is, do the numbers make sense overall? Is this something that I truly think is going to be profitable? And then from an investor point of view, even the greatest investors, whether it's Jason Calacanis that I've talked about, bring some more stuff from him, who is the GOAT of angel investing, or my friends that I have closed door conversations with, they still say out of 10 companies they invest in, 6 are going to fail, 3 are going to give them their money back, and 1 is going to be a superstar. So you're still looking at those odds no matter what. So when I tell you that you want to build a portfolio of companies, I'm not telling you that to just be selfish. I'm telling you that because that is what the professionals do. They build a portfolio, and it may take you 10 years to build your portfolio. That's perfectly fine. You're going to see the losers immediately just because that's the way that it works. But that future multi-billion-dollar company, that's going to be shown to us in year 8, 9, 10, 12. And if you stick with us on the ride, I believe we're going to have some multi-billion-dollar companies coming out of the 10K project. Some multi-$100 million companies coming out of the 10K project.
I think we've got 2 unicorns that we've already seen in 2021.
Even if
I'm not going to say who I think, but there are 2 in my gut and my spirit and everything I have in me. I think we got two unicorns.
Yeah. Even if we have a whole bunch of $20 million businesses, imagine if we had 1,000 $20 million businesses, how that would change the community.
Yeah.
So
I think Kevin was joking partly, but then partly he's probably serious. So Kevin said, he said, sounds nice, but I want money now. And so, Kevin, that's why you do some of the other things we're offering, right? That's why you join the mastermind. You learn how to buy businesses, cash flowing, profitable businesses, right? And I know Kevin happens to be in that class. That's when you go to the tax lien mastermind. You learn how to buy these tax liens, right? You build the now money a different way, right? You don't invest with the anticipation of the now money. You build that with those masterminds that we're offering.
Yeah, and the stocks as well. Yeah. So, but you're not getting 1,000x return on the now money either. So, all righty then. Laurel, you are up. Any final words before we call it a night?
For you guys, just keep doing what you guys are doing. Keep growing your community. All the participants, please continue to share this with our community. More of us needs to know about this. Please go to startupstarter.co/equity crowdfunding week or equitycrowdfundingweek.com and check it out. We have a lot of stuff. The official announcement for 2022 is coming up. If you want to go to our main page and our current equity crowdfunding page, please go there and subscribe at the bottom. That way you can get newsletters that say when equity crowdfunding is launching, when early registration is, the cost. There'll be some really cool rates in there for everyone. And then on top of that, just stay tuned for the different content that we're putting out that's going to start teaching you in different areas how to go get this money and how to learn money, how to learn your pitch, all those different things that we're going to have very just like you can watch it sitting down on your couch and on your Apple TV if you like. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And we'll see more of you guys. And I'm excited to have you guys as part of Equity Crowdfunding Week this year. And then also for everyone that is watching, if you are currently an active company on equity crowdfunding, please feel free to go to our page as well, and you can self-list your equity crowdfunding campaign on our Invest Now page.
Fantastic. We'll make sure to get that hopefully to our Bet on Black pitch founders as well.
Yeah, for sure.
That could help them. Sorry, them all. All righty then, Tawana, Bet on Black pitch tomorrow night. Any final announcements before we head out?
Be there or be square.
Be there or be square, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you all become a member between now and 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, that's when I do my last little roundup to get you into the Zoom call for tomorrow night. If you cannot attend tomorrow night, don't worry about it. We send the replay 18 million times. So you will get to see it, hear it, participate in it, ask the founder questions, etc. Gigi, our website is the10kproject.com. Laurel's website is startupstarter.co. So I don't know which one you wanted, but want to make sure you got both of those. Okay. God bless everyone. See you tomorrow night. Take care.
Bye, everyone. Good night, Laurel.